Carlos Ghosn has been overthrown following almost too many decades at the steering wheel of Japan automaker Nissan, next concoction of finance offense. He has been charged by Nissan by reporting his wages and with business holdings for private utilize. But several see it as portion of the company's try to balance force in its association in Renault and Mitsubishi, that Mr. Ghosn as well chairs. The 64-year-old was the designer of the necktie up among the three firms. The executive board as well elect to shoot elder execution Greg Kelly. Nissan's executive board given a declaration that told the judgment to sack the two men was unanimous. The executive board's mission statement was to minimize the capacity effect and mess on the day-to-day collaboration amongst the association partners, it added. Mr. Ghosn and Mr. Kelly stay in guardianship in Tokyo. Nissan has charged Mr. Ghosn of considerable acts of offense, consisting by reporting his pay pack and private use of business holdings. On Monday, the company told it had been conduct and domestic inquiry for several months, induced by a debunker. Nissan as well charged Mr. Kelly of possessing been deep implicated in the offense. Prosecutorial include told the two men conspired to underestimate Mr. Ghosn's reimbursement, start in 2010. Mr. Ghosn is charged of filing yearly stock accountable comprising counterfeit statements, that could indicate up to 10 years in jail, or a penalty of 10 million Japanese yen, or both of. Announcer NHK has as well informed, quoting nameless source, how Nissan consumable millions of dollars on opulence homes in four-persons countries out of legal industry justifications. Millions of dollars had been consumable to buy and remodel the homes in Brazil, Lebanon, France and the Netherlands, NHK told. Mr. Ghosn has not been loaded. Japan news story agent Kyoto is accountability how Nissan's head execution Hiroto Saikawa will get above as intermediate president. He pledged over the 1 week how Nissan would try to stabilize the position and normalize day-to-day operative for personnel and industry partners. Nissan's executive board told it would set a board to see at prescribing a constant heir to Mr. Ghosn. Mitsubishi Motors will encounter to talk Mr. Ghosn's part down there following 1 week. 2 days ago Renault's executive board told it was prescribing a interim vice head execution to get above the fleeing of the France car company. The next of the Nissan-Mitsubishi Renault Association remnant not clear in the ramifications of the concoction. In spite marketing less vehicles, Renault has a 43% share in Nissan, time Nissan's share in Renault is just 15%. Preliminary to Thu's executive board meet, Nissan lug Mr. Saikawa insisted the association would no be struck by the detention of Mr. Ghosn and Mr. Kelly. But Mitsubishi Motors head execution Osamu Masuko told the association would be hard to supervise out of Mr. Ghosn.